So a common question we get is, what about insurance? Well, a lot of homeowners don't know that you have a couple of different sections on your homeowner's insurance policy that are relevant to you as a rental property owner. Of course, you have the section that describes, okay, if your house burns down, what is the replacement cost? How big of a check am I going to get to replace my home? But you also have a liability section in there. There's a certain liability limit. Sometimes it's 100,000, 300,000, 500,000 or more. That's a very important piece, and I recommend looking into it because it's something you could ask to be increased. And as a rental property investor, you want to kind of minimize your downside, minimize the risk of things going wrong. One way to do that, well, not necessarily to minimize the risk of it happening, but to protect your downside, is to increase that liability section. And so you want more liability coverage rather than less. And so talk to your insurance professionals, but I like to have at least $1 million in liability protection for each property. So on each policy in that liability section, I'd like to shoot for at least $1 million in liability coverage. That's just a tip, something to look out for, something that you could actually ask to be changed and increased to protect you some more.